Hey there, Ruthhaven Grounds family. You know that moment when you discover a gardening trick that's so simple, so brilliant, you actually slap your forehead and wonder why you've been doing things the hard way for years. Yeah, I've had plenty of those moments myself. Today, I'm sharing 18 game-changing gardening hacks that will save you time, money, and a whole lot of frustration. Whether you're just getting your hands dirty for the first time, or you've been growing your own green paradise for decades, these tips are going to transform the way you garden. Trust me, your future self will thank you. Let's start with something you probably throw away every single morning, those used coffee grounds sitting in your filter. They're absolute gold for your garden. I mix mine directly into the soil around acid-loving plants like blueberries, azaleas, and roses, and the results speak for themselves. The grounds add nitrogen to your soil, improve drainage, and even help repel slugs and snails. I keep a small container by my coffee maker and collect grounds throughout the week. Just make sure they're cooled down before adding them to your beds. Your tomatoes will especially love the extra boost come growing season. This one sounds absolutely wild until you try it, and then you'll wonder how you ever managed without it. Place a clean, unused diaper at the bottom of your container before adding soil. Those super absorbent polymers that keep babies dry. They work magic for your plants too. The diaper absorbs excess water and slowly releases it back to your plant's roots, meaning you can water less frequently and your plants stay consistently hydrated. This hack has been a lifesaver for my hanging baskets during scorching summer days when I can't get home to water them twice daily. If you've ever dealt with damping off disease killing your seedlings, you know how heartbreaking it is to watch your baby plants collapse overnight. Here's your solution. Cinnamon. Yes, the same spice sitting in your kitchen cabinet is a powerful natural fungicide. I dust a light layer of cinnamon on my seed-starting mix and around the base of young seedlings. It prevents fungal growth without any harsh chemicals, and your greenhouse or growing area will smell absolutely amazing. I've reduced my seedling losses by at least 70% since I started using this trick. Stop tossing those eggshells in the trash. Rinse them out, let them dry, and crush them into small pieces. Work them into the soil around your tomatoes, peppers, and squash to provide a slow-release calcium source that prevents blossom end rot. But here's the bonus hack. Create a barrier of crushed eggshells around tender plants, and slugs and snails won't cross it. The sharp edges deter these soft-bodied pests naturally. I keep a jar of crushed eggshells ready to go all season long, and it's made a noticeable difference in both plant health and pest pressure. Weeding is nobody's favorite task, but this hack cuts down weeding time dramatically. Lay down several sheets of newspaper between your garden rows or around established plants, then cover with mulch. The newspaper blocks light from reaching weed seeds, preventing germination while still allowing water to penetrate to your plant's roots. As an added bonus, the newspaper breaks down over time and adds organic matter to your soil. I use this technique in all my vegetable beds, and I've reclaimed hours of my life that I used to spend bent over pulling weeds. Starting seeds indoors doesn't require expensive equipment. Those cardboard toilet paper tubes you're recycling, they make perfect biodegradable seedling pots. Cut 4 slits about an inch deep on one end, fold them inward to create a bottom, fill with seed starting mix, and plant your seeds. When it's time to transplant, the entire tube goes into the ground and decomposes naturally. This eliminates transplant shock and you're not creating plastic waste. I do this with all my cucumbers, squash, and beans, and the success rate is fantastic. Your plants need magnesium for chlorophyll production and nutrient uptake, and Epsom salt delivers it perfectly. I dissolve a tablespoon of Epsom salt in a gallon of water, and use it to water my tomatoes, roses, and peppers every 2 weeks during the growing season. The results are deeper green foliage, better fruit production, and stronger overall plant vigor. This is especially important if you're growing in containers where nutrients can leach out quickly. It's an inexpensive solution that makes a visible difference. Building a new garden bed over lawn or weeds. Skip the backbreaking work of digging and lay down cardboard directly over the grass. Wet it thoroughly, then pile compost, soil, and mulch on top. The cardboard smothers the grass and weeds underneath while allowing earthworms and beneficial organisms to work their magic. By the time the cardboard breaks down, you'll have rich, workable soil ready for planting. I've created entire new growing areas this way in just a few months, and my back is grateful for skipping all that digging. Don't have outdoor space. No problem. Mason jars become perfect herb gardens on a sunny windowsill. Add some pebbles at the bottom for drainage, fill with potting soil, and plant your favorite culinary herbs. Basil, parsley, cilantro, and chives thrive in this setup. I keep several in my kitchen window, and there's nothing better than snipping fresh herbs while cooking dinner. Just remember to water sparingly since there are no drainage holes, or you can drill holes if you're handy with tools. Bananas aren't just a convenient snack. Their peels are packed with potassium, phosphorus, and calcium that your plants crave. I bury chopped banana peels directly in the soil around my roses, tomatoes, and flowering plants. As they decompose, they release nutrients slowly. You can also make banana peel tea by soaking peels in water for a few days, then using that nutrient-rich water for your plants. My roses have never bloomed more abundantly since I started this practice. A weak hydrogen peroxide solution works wonders for preventing root rot and oxygenating your soil. Mix 1 tablespoon of 3% hydrogen peroxide with a cup of water and use it to water plants, showing signs of stress or overwatering. The extra oxygen molecule helps roots absorb nutrients better and kills off harmful bacteria. I use this as a rescue treatment for struggling plants, and it's pulled more than a few back from the brink. Cut the bottom off a gallon milk jug, remove the cap, and place it over tender seedlings in early spring. These mini greenhouses protect against frost while still allowing air circulation through the open top. They're free, effective, and you can reuse them season after season. I have about 20 of these scattered around my garden in March and April, giving my plants a head start without investing in row covers or cloches. For weeds popping up in cracks, driveways, or paths where you don't want anything growing, white vinegar is your friend. Spray full-strength vinegar directly on weeds during the hottest part of a sunny day. The acetic acid burns the foliage and kills the plant. Just be careful not to spray it on plants you want to keep, as vinegar isn't selective. This natural alternative to chemical herbicides works surprisingly well on young weeds and keeps hardscapes looking clean. Going away for a few days and worried about your plants? Fill a wine bottle with water, invert it, and push the neck into the soil near your plant. The water slowly seeps out, keeping the soil consistently moist. I use this technique for all my container plants when I travel, and I've never come home to wilted, stressed plants. Plus, it's a great excuse to enjoy a bottle of wine while you're setting up your garden for your absence. This one surprised me when I first heard it, but the science backs it up. Dissolving an uncoated aspirin tablet in water and spraying it on your plants triggers their natural defense systems, making them more resistant to diseases and pests. I use this on my tomatoes every few weeks, and I've noticed significantly less blight and fewer pest issues. Mix 1 aspirin tablet in a gallon of water and spray in the early morning for best results. Similar to the diaper method, but using something you likely already have, place a clean sponge at the bottom of your containers before adding soil. The sponge absorbs excess water and releases it slowly as the soil dries out. This prevents both overwatering and underwatering issues that plague container gardens. I use this in all my smaller pots, and it's extended the time between waterings considerably. Aphids are repelled by reflective surfaces, so laying aluminum foil around the base of plants prone to aphid infestation confuses and deters them. The reflected light also bounces up onto the undersides of leaves, giving your plants more light exposure. I use this around my pepper plants every year, and my aphid problems have virtually disappeared. Just secure the foil with rocks or soil so it doesn't blow away. When transplanting seedlings or moving plants, they experience stress that can set back their growth. Mix a tablespoon of sugar in a gallon of water and use it to water immediately after transplanting. The sugar provides a quick energy boost that helps plants recover faster and establish roots more quickly. I've been using this trick for years, and my transplants barely skip a beat when moving from indoor to outdoor conditions. There you have it, friends. 18 practical, proven hacks that will level up your gardening game without breaking the bank. The beauty of these tips is that they use everyday items you probably already have around the house, turning potential waste into garden gold. I've personally used every single one of these techniques in my own Ruth Haven Grounds garden, and they've saved me countless hours and dollars while improving my results dramatically. If these hacks have inspired you or you've learned something new today, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button so you never miss our gardening tips and tricks. Share this with your fellow gardeners who need these game changers in their lives. And hey, if you try any of these hacks, drop a comment and let me know how they worked for you. Happy gardening, and I'll see you in the next one.